I understand what she's trying to do, but I don't want her to kill the trees in the entirety of the Carroll Manor, what it looks like, you know.
High trees.
Beautiful it is. And I've got 2 of them going. So let's go take a look at it.
Were those boxes for flowers? Is that what they were starting on there?
Teresa Butcher's doing some outside project. I don't know. I think she planned on filling them up with dirt. And then when they're filled up at the very top, mulch them and put like hostas and stuff, which is pretty, but you can't go that deep.
And kill.
And they're huge. Like if you, here's the
Oh.
tree and they're like clear out from
Yeah.
the tree. They're not like boxed around the tree. So, but they're all of our trees out front. There's 5 of them.
Okay, just
I've got a note. I'll stop out.
Come check it out.
Okay.
Any other questions?
I don't think so. Anybody out here have any questions for our Carroll Manor superintendent? Okay, thank you, Kim.
Thank you, Kim.
Well, I do need to report something from Angie Brown. She can't be here today. And it concerns the Carroll Manor about the, getting the water. There are 3 ways water is getting in the basement and we don't need new gutters. I asked for a quote to fix all problems. Gutters are not that old, they need cleaned out and altered, not replaced.
Okay,
We get a lot of water in the basement. And a lot
You
of
do?
it's coming, yeah,
Right
a lot of it's coming through the walls, literally. Like in some areas, they have the old foam
Yeah.
stuff to keep
And,
it, but it's still coming through.
And then I was asked at the council meeting to talk to Jeff Watson and put him on hold for, but I told him that you indicated pending funding. I can still, even if this other company does it, I can still advertise it to be on the safe side. And then they can say no or yes.
mhm.
But I did call and I talked to Penny Robinson, who was supposed to get the message to Jeff to kind of hold off. That's all I know.
By they, you mean the council
Jeff Watson.
approving it?
They're not going to approve it right now.
Okay,
They didn't even say that I could advertise it.
okay,
I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Not against their will, but I mean, you know, I explained to them what I just explained to you, that it can still be advertised and with others, and they can decide later, but no, put Jeff Watson on hold to not get the work done,
okay. Very good.
which he wouldn't anyway.
Ted, could you review to me when we need to get 3 bids on a project and when we don't?
It's over 50, isn't it?
$150,000, oh, no, for a public construction.
Mhm. Yeah, well, okay, like repair out there at the manor, putting up new gutters and stuff like that.
150,000, as I recall.
Okay.
So you don't have to get more than 1 bid, like for our roof. I'm still waiting for the David Rayville guy. to
I'm
get this.
gonna look it up.
Okay,
Kim, I was gonna tell you,
Change.
we got the bid from Bone Dry, correct?
Yes.
Okay,
I submitted that, but you guys.
I would, yeah, and I remember receiving that. I would probably go ahead. I'm not for sure if we'll be getting one from the other party. So,
And with that, I mean, like I said, the fascia's now starting to hang off.
Right, right,
A different bids and a pipe, because I don't look at it.
yeah.
If you want to go on, do something else, I'll look those up.
Okay.
for you.
okay.
I was thinking it went up to 200,000 on certain bids. But it isn't every bid, but you'll have to give her permission to do that.
Right.
Okay. We are, is Hunter leave or is he hiding? There you are. I would like for you to stick around later in the meeting here. We got a couple things coming up that are going to impact the highway department. We are ready for Mr. Richard Perkins. Is
150,000.
150,000, okay.
Good morning,
Richard,
gentlemen.
welcome. Welcome.
My name's Richard Perkins. I've been a resident here in Carroll County for 19 years and a resident of Horseshoe Bend for the last 12 years. And within the last 5 years out there, it has become a real growing concern for the safety of people and children as far as speeding. Nobody out there acknowledges the 20-mile-an-hour speed limit. And it's getting to be a real concern for these kids. I have witnessed several times kids almost being hit by these people that don't care out there. And we try to tell people to slow down, but they just ignore us. And we just don't know what I'm asking is, can we somehow maybe get speed bumps out there? That's what I'm asking for.
Hunter, what are you thinking on that?
Sorry, Bill, you talk to me.
I'm sorry. He's talking about getting speed bumps. I know we have some different places, but
We don't do any through the county, the
Okay.
highway. We don't have any that we deal with through the highway department, no. They're just, because in order to do something like that, we checked into that. It's been a few years ago for the bids, because we had a complaint, and it was a lot to do the portable ones, so we could take them out in winter time for plowing and stuff. And it was a lot to do that, and in the ordinance, and I can't remember exact, so don't hold me to the footage, but if you're putting speed bumps in a certain mileage, they need to be a certain width, right? And it was gonna take like 20 speed bumps in the bends, 25 speed bumps in the bends, and it was just gonna be more of a problem.
to go around the loop there, it'd take 20.
Yeah, because there's something per footage, and each bend is exactly 2 miles. Each bend, you got Horseshoe, Tecumseh, and Tiffany Ranch. When you start the bends, they're exactly 2 miles, every one of them, right on the nose of 2 miles. And I don't know the footage, but what it was, but we looked into it, you had to have, it was like some 20 something to go around each bend, which was just not feasible. And like I said, people just don't listen to the signs. The speed limits are posted, but they just, like everywhere, they don't listen to the signs.
I can think of one place in Lafayette where they got a 4-lane heavily traveled street that has speed bumps on it. And I'm sure there are more.
We're just concerned for the children out here.
Pardon me?
We're just concerned for the children's safety out here mainly,
Sure.
because there's been, in the last, I would say 5-6 years, a lot of new families moved out there and with a lot more kids.
Uh-huh.
And we really have a couple drivers out there that are well over the speed limit, 50 plus mile an hour over it. And it's a real growing concern.
Well, we can talk to the sheriff about it and ask him to put more patrols out that way, but of course
We've done that,
Yeah.
and it's not happened.
Yeah, when you, we've got 700 miles of road and when he spreads the deputies out over it,
I
it's
understand that.
easy to this day, say, well, I got to go over here today, not sit out on the bend out there. It'd be nice if we could do something. You guys got any?
I can't.
This has been talked about before. I remember
Yeah,
with the speed bumps we went through. I think one thing that slowed them down is potholes.
potholes.
It
Hey, it wasn't- dig a few potholes for us?
It wasn't near as bad before the road was redone.
What
But,
about the parents' responsibility with the kids?
well, that's another concern.
I know how
I
kids
understand
are.
where you're coming from there, but, I mean, most of us can't control the other parents. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah, you can.
I mean, we can
It is a
We can
responsibility.
suggest it to them, but whether they take part in that is another thing. So, I mean, we kind of run out of options out here.
I understand that.
Well, kids want to get out and ride their bike around out
See
there.
their neighbors
Yeah.
and all that.
Yep, and these people are speeding around these kids very erratically, and the golf carts, they're doing the same thing with them. And these golf carts even pulling over, and these people just fly right by them, it's crazy.
Well, golf
I'm-
carts are illegal to run on public roads.
I understand that.
We can't get signs put up out there. We're trying to get signs installed, but that's not being done. Is it Hunter?
I thought the last few meetings ago, it got on hold because you guys never decided to, because Bill wanted to check into it and it never got decided on. I never got told, go do it now, because it got brought up, this has been a few meetings back, and it got put on hold, so I didn't put no signs up because we was checking into.
Are we looking at putting up signs? Is that what you're saying about golf carts or what?
You know, a few meetings ago, yes, we were supposed to, it's been an ongoing issue for months now, about putting signs up about no golf carts. And, I was looking into it, and it got brought up in here, I can't remember the exact meeting, a couple months ago probably, and it got put on hold because you asked Ted if we could make an ordinance that golf carts was allowed on roads if they had turn signals, this and that. You asked him, and he said, yes, it could be done, and then I never got nothing out of that. It never got voted on if we for sure are,
Yeah.
or what on that, so.
Well, my concern is that it's easy for us to sit up here and say, we're gonna pass an ordinance on no golf carts. And then have you go out and put up a bunch of signs and everything. But you take, for example, out near White Oaks, there are people all around that bend area there that's their transportation all summer, is they get out and go on the go, and they love it. And I don't want to destroy that. That's part of the culture there, is being able.
Excuse me, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I'm not making any complaints as far as the golf carts out there, because we don't have no problems with them. It's the car drivers.
I know we had wobbled there off to something else, but
Yeah, I absolutely have no problem with the golf cart people. They not giving us any troubles, and they abide by everything.
would you have a trouble with people running too fast, passing them?
That and running too fast just down the road, period. We got one in particular down there that runs over 50 mile an hour on his motorcycle through there.
Are kids driving the golf carts?
Not that I've seen so far.
Well,
I'm just
if-
more concerned about the drivers of the cars.
If I can make a suggestion, if you have or you know specific individuals, as you said, person on a motorcycle, say something to the sheriff
It's
and have them make a personal visit to that individual.
It's been noted to them about this person before, and they have paid visits to his house, but he won't answer his door. So, I mean, then again, we can't get nothing done.
Yeah. And, back to the signs, if we put up signs, once again, no one pays attention to them.
No.
Weight limit, speed limit, no golf cart sign, it's a suggestion rather than a rule, it seems.
The money that gets spent on signs for them not to get listed is frustrating on my behalf, because just the weight limit signs we just ordered was over $3,000. And I know they're not gonna get listened to, so.
Yeah.
What about license plate or something, one that catches if you're speeding?
Yeah. Well, wait, I lost track. Did you say something, Kim? Yeah.
I said, what about like a license plate reader or something, like when somebody's speeding
Yeah.
really fast?
They have those in
it clocks
construction
your-
zones now.
It clocks your speed and gives you an automatic ticket. I mean, after so many tickets, you'd think that maybe they might not want to lose their license.
Anything would be a help.
He did.
I was just gonna suggest the mobile, speed limit
Just wanted you
or,
to see this.
mileage detector, when I'm talking about the digital one. Don't they have the ones where they're also have the photo for vehicles that are speeding like 5-10 miles an hour with speed limit, just takes a photo of the vehicle?
Yeah.
I mean, something that you could use there or other areas of concern as you needed it. Just kind of way to single out who's low person speeding.
Hunter, you have access to lots of things you can order.
I could check into.
That's what I'd like for you to do.
Yeah, I'll check into that, see how much it's run and what all it entails, but, that could solve quite a bit of our issues actually around the bends if we could get a couple of those and put up, and even if we could move them,
Yeah,
once a month or something, move them and just kind of, I mean, that's, yeah.
well, even like at Horseshoe Bend, I wouldn't want to get one of them and leave it in the same spot all the time, because they're gonna go slow past it and then take off.
Correct.
If we could get something that would read the city of Delphi has license plate readers all around here.
They do.
Yeah.
That flock camera,
Huh?
what's these flock cameras
Yeah.
talking about?
Mhm.
Is that what that is?
I don't know.
I think that's what they're called.
Flock camera?
Yeah.
Let us look into that.
Okay.
We're not sitting up here saying, well, too bad we can't do anything, because we realize you have a problem.
Okay.
And, we'll keep up with Hunter here on what he finds and what costs we have and where we can dig some money out of what account. And, I would like to get 2 or 3 of these things and set them up at Tecumseh Bend, your bend, other ones, and
And like I said, it's mainly for the concern of the children out there. That's why I'm here. Something really needs to be done about the children's safety is the main concern. But
well, if when you cross into Indiana from Kentucky, if they can get your license plate number and send you a bill,
yeah,
we can
we
surely,
should be able to do that.
we could surely do something, yeah.
Eventually he'll answer his door.
Yeah, hopefully.
Thank you. And
Thank you for
tell
your
you
time.
what, keep up with us on it.
Okay,
This won't be tomorrow, we'll have something done, but
I got.
we'll get Hunter on it and we'll keep on it, and don't let it get away without us doing something.
Okay, dokie. I appreciate your time, gentlemen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Keith, you're up.
Morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
I got the quote or the estimate for, having the stumps removed here on the east entrance.
The ones right on each side
Yeah,
of the door
ones-
down
yeah,
there?
the ones got cut down. And the total quote is $712.50. The topsoil is an estimate because depending on how far down the roots go or whatever else and how much is disturbed there, that's just an estimate. He believes that it'd be less than that for just the topsoil. And we're talking from the corner wall, that little V section where the trees sit is what he's gonna push those, get those stones out, the rock out, and then he'll resod it and everything else and get it all seated up there. But
So it's
700
all that is 712
all of that is 712.
for both sides, not each side.
Yeah.
Two stumps.
Well, what do you think, gentlemen?
I think we'll do it.
We ought to do it, and yep, so,
My only question is the funding for this. If you want me to use, my item line in on my budget, I would need approval to make a transfer from maintenance account into my lawn account. You have to approve that.
Do you have it in
I
your
have
budget?
it. That's. yeah.
Okay.
Okay to move it.
and then, let me make sure I understand you, Keith.
Yeah.
You have it in there right now, but you got future things you're gonna have to spend it for, so you're gonna have to replenish.
Well, right now, on my lawn supply line and lawn care lines
Uh-huh,
is below the amount needed to pay for this. So I have enough funds in my other account, my maintenance funds, where I can transfer over to justify. So that way they correspond, the work being done to what item line it's attached to.
Well, maintenance to the lawn care. It's fine too.
Will that work as well too?
Mhm.
Okay.
Or you could take a little bit out of your lawn and some of it in.
Okay.
Okay, we'll work on that.
so what do you think, guys, what we're gonna do?
Do we need a motion
Yeah,
to allow him? Okay, I'll make a motion that we allow Keith to transfer from some of his other accounts over into lawn maintenance to
I think he just wants approval to do it.
do it. Okay, I'll make a motion that we give him approval to remove the stumps from the courthouse lawn.
I'll second.
okay, so I got a motion and a second to go ahead and remove the stumps at the $712 price, right? All in favor of that motion, say aye.
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 I just
Thank
need the
you,
one
Keith.
signed.
What's that?
Just need the one signed whenever you get a chance.
We need to.
I've got like
Oh, yeah,
three
for
here.
Contract.
Do I have one of those in here, Beth? Do I have one of those contracts in here? Blue line across it.
Blue line.
Well, I think Beth's got a blue
I've
line.
got three of them in here.
You're,
I have
well,
one.
when they copied it, they went gray, probably.
I was gonna say,
I've got four copies too.
I know, I don't know why we have all this stuff. I thought the same thing, I was worried. This is.
Keith, you want to bring me up that one and I'll get it, sorry?
We got several here, we got 5 right here.
do we, all three sign? Yes.
There's that one.
I don't have a blue line. I see, I know.
I was thinking, wonder who's the other person signed out? Couldn't figure out your signature. Okay.
Pardon.
It's all set to go.
Let's switch. Black. You can't blue.
What's that?
James isn't here, but if you're.
That's what I was just looking around for.
Jason's gonna talk for him and I.
All right. We are down to the EDC defector, James Wells, White Oaks, Carroll County, Ready Grant, 12.0, 2.0.
Yes. Jason Miller with RMA. James is having car trouble this morning, so he is not able to be here. But I'm working with EDC and White Oaks on the Ready 2.0 projects. Ready is a state-funded program through the Indiana Economic Development Corporation, IEDC, and we've been progressing on this. The state administers the program through the IEDC. They work with the Greater Lafayette Chamber region, which is comprised of 7 counties, one of which is Carroll County. Carroll County was awarded 3 projects inside of the county: the Children's Garden, Carriage Estates, and White Oaks. And I'm working with Kelly Good and White Oaks, along with Carroll County EDC, on administration of the White Oaks portion of the Ready grant. Ready 2 focuses on economic development, tourism, recreation and trails, quality of life, and quality of place. We're in the final stages of getting contracts issued between the state, GLC's region, and us for this project. And so we're here to talk a little bit about the project and defer questions that you may have and get some answers for you, but I'll introduce Kelly, who will talk more specifically about the project.
Yeah. Morning, Kelly.
Good morning. So our ask today is with the Ready grant, which Jason just explained, is somebody has to administer the grant. So they won't give that money directly to White Oak. Somebody has to administer it. So it can be the Carroll County Commissioners. You guys could elect to defer it to the Carroll County EDC. So that's going to be my main ask today. But before I did that, I wanted to hit like three topics, just give you a little bit of a background on what the history of White Oaks is and what this project is, just so you know, as the Ready Grant's been a pretty strong funding mechanism throughout the state of Indiana, and we're happy to be a part of that. So if you're okay with that, I'll just give you a quick little history of that and then what the project is. So I purchased White Oaks in 2017. It had been abandoned and in foreclosure for over 11 years. It was reopened in 2018. Since then, I've spent several $1 million upgrading things such as the cottages. I've renovated a majority of the cottages, the RV spots with new concrete, sewer, electric, water, updated most of the roads and drives, boat ramp, put a new boat ramp in, renovated the office. Most of the buildings have new roofs on them as well. Infrastructure improvements have been sewer and water and electric almost throughout the park. Restored the beach and then cleaned up. So that's it in a nutshell. It's taken multiple years to do that. I could get into details, but I think I'd bore you to death because I'm passionate about it. White Oaks brings over 1,000 people a week. That's growing. It started out as really nothing and it was barely full, and now it's been busy and we have waiting lists, which is nice. So I think tourism, it's definitely helping, which really brings me to what this project is. This Ready Grant project is really twofold. It's doing trails and renovating the banquet hall. So the banquet hall will be for wedding venues, corporate events, team building events. Let's say the commissioners wanted a meeting there or a fundraiser, they could come there. There's not a lot of those larger venues. There are some here, but there's not a lot of the larger venues. So I think this will bring a lot of people to the area. Let's just use a wedding venue for an example. That could bring in 400 to 500 people just for that event, but it'll bring lots of jobs. So a typical wedding venue with 200 to 400 people in it could have 20 to 24 people there for that event, just working it. Plus it could bring in catering events from local restaurants and bars. So we think this will really help. It'll definitely help the park, but we think it'll help throughout our region. So back to what the ask is today. The ask is, if I get through the details, and Jason can probably explain it better, is the grant for Ready won't be awarded directly to White Oaks. So it'll be awarded to Greater Lafayette region, and then they want somebody behind them to administer the grant. So that administration can be the Carroll County Commissioners, or it could be the Carroll County EDC. If it were you guys, you would have to look at, first of all, you're not at all the Ready Grant meetings, and the EDC is. So if you guys elect to make it the EDC, they're already at the meetings and they understand what's going on. So they're already in these projects at the monthly meetings. So you would have to administer it, have somebody review how the money's being spent. There's a projection of how the funds are spent and when they're spent. You guys would have to review that. And that's fine. And if you guys want to do it, that's perfect. If you guys said you didn't want to do it for whatever reason, the Carroll County EDC has said they would do it as well. So that's our ask is, since they won't just release the money because they want a government agency or somebody other than us to make sure that the funds are being spent correctly. They're also being reviewed in Indianapolis by a pretty large accounting firm, but they want somebody from a government agency other than us to manage it. So then that's called the project owner. Even though you're not the deeded owner of the project, you're owning that grant money until it's spent. So the ask is, would you guys want to be the project owner on our submission, or would you guys like to defer that to the Carroll County EDC?
Now, the banquet hall, which building is that? Is that the one as you're coming down the hill on the right-hand or left-hand side?
It's a good question. Yep, it's the banquet hall. It has been used for a banquet hall for years, and it's going to get renovated. It's been, before I bought it, had been broken into. A majority of the glass is broken. I mean, things that are just crazy. Drinking fountains and toilets had been removed or taken off, drywall busted. It's destroyed. There's roof leaks in there, so it's going to be a complete major renovation. But yes, it's the two-story.
Is that a
building.
Two-story building? Okay.
Yep. It's about 8,000 square feet per floor, and it mirrors up to down. The floors are the same. we're gonna open up the side, which would be on the east side, to a 2-story space to make that a taller banquet hall. And then the side to the closer to the campground will be still a 2-story. So it'll be a larger banquet hall, and then there'll be a balcony that can look down in there. There will be on-site catering if they want to do it, or they can bring in their own. There'll be a bar in there. So it'll be a multi-use building. I've been calling it a wedding venue, but it will be a multi-use building. And as you research these type of venues around, they're busy nonstop. I called about a year ago to see what the waiting list was, and if you don't book a wedding sometimes a year in advance, you're probably not going to get it on a Friday or Saturday, maybe a Sunday or through the week. But I do believe it'll help the park, but I believe it'll, more importantly, if I'm not being selfish, it'll really help the county, because I think it'll bring a lot of people here. So any questions on who would want to administer that fund?
Get more?
I don't want to administer it.
There you go. I was just thinking about it.
Said neither do
Old
I.
banker ought to be able to
That's
do
what
that just
it's
fine. No, my opinion is the same, is I don't want to
Yeah, it's
administer it,
just
so, what'd you say?
Puts a lot more responsibility on an auditor.
Yeah, Beth doesn't need more responsibility.
If the EDC is willing to do that, James is willing to take that responsibility on, I don't have a problem with that.
I think their quote was this, and Jason might confirm it, they don't necessarily want to do it, but they will do it. And the reason they'll do it is they're already at the meetings. So I think that was their quote, but they felt like if you didn't, they would be happy to do it.
Well, I don't know, maybe I'm overstating here, but it seems to me like the EDC is there to promote all sorts of projects like this. And we aren't. We're, like we've heard, we've got to take roots out of the, out of the courthouse law, and we've got to administer speeding people, and also see about too much weight on a bridge, and all. Those are not economic. Well, everything ties into economic one way or another, but those are not in what our bailiwick is. So I would appreciate if we could have a motion on this to request the EDC to do the administration on it.
So moved.
Second.
Okay,
Thank you.
do you happen to have a picture of that, of what you're doing?
I
We need a vote.
Yes, please move.
Yeah. Okay, while you're finding that, Kelly, I have a motion and a second to request of the EDC to administer the White Oaks Ready 2.0 grant. Right. All in favor of that motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
And then this is, I think it was asked if there's a conceptual rendering, so that's what it most likely will look like. We're still going to get into some of the budgets, so there may be some value engineering on that.
Isn't that beautiful?
That's-
All right.
That'll go over good.
Yeah.
And that's on the lake side, so there were new boat lifts put in, which I didn't mention some of the upgrades. And that'll be between the lake and that building, so could be an outdoor venue, tent could be set up, so we can accommodate more than just inside events as well. So I'm excited about it.
Are you going to have to add more parking?
Yeah, that's a very good question. We're limited in space down there, so
Pardon me?
we're limited. Yes, we'll add more parking. We're limited in space. So there's a gravel lot that will need to be paved and is within this budget. So we'll have to pave that. And then we're going to restripe it because the parking is odd down there. It's one-way parking angled, even though sometimes that can be more efficient. We think we could get more parking if we take out this 5-foot island in the middle, pave that, and then restripe it all. So we are going to add parking.
Well, I don't know if anybody out there needs to see this or not, but I think it'd be wonderful to have the gift that Kelly does of being able to see something like this in that out there, because I couldn't ever think of this. I couldn't envision it and then take it from envisioning it to the finished product it's a gift, Kelly, and that's wonderful. That will be great for our county, and we look forward to working with you on it as it goes ahead.
Perfect. I appreciate all you guys have done for us to get to this point, because you guys were a big contributor to get to this point, so thank you.
Okay, well, we did. This has started before Scott came on board, but we did start doing our portion of it. And then that's why I asked you to stay, Hunter. We haven't finished our portion yet because we were going to redo the road all the way down to it, which is very much too narrow for the traffic that it gets. And so we have resurfaced it in a beautiful asphalt, nicely done thing. It has not been widened. It hasn't had the stone placed along the sides of it. We have some more work that we need to do on that to bring this, I think, great project along. One of the reasons that I've always been so animate about widening that road out is that I don't see a lot of problem with real fast speeders up there. And I'm sure that trucks and big RVs go at a reasonable rate coming out of there. But when you go between his main gate and the highway, what is that? It wouldn't be 2 miles, would it be?
It's about 2 miles.
Is it about 2 miles?
Yeah.
Okay. It's narrow. And as I've told some people, semi-truck drivers could go through there all the time without a problem. But you have amateurs driving down through there who are not, they're campers. There's somebody like me who just bought and I don't have a big camper, but common people who just bought a nice camper and they're not accustomed to how big that darn thing is. And so you get 2 of them trying to meet down in there and it's a problem. So we need to finish our part of the project. That's what
And that's for the matching funds of what Carroll County is going to do for the grant.
Pardon me?
And you're saying that's for the matching funds of what Carroll County is going to do for the grant requirements?
Well,
Part of is the road?
that was what that we originally discussed on it. We have economic development funds and other things that we could consider putting onto a grant that's this beautiful and this well done and help that much of that whole corner of the county. We could certainly consider that. That is, though, the portion that we already voted on and already agreed to do.
Yep.
And so I think we have an obligation to finish that part of it. I don't know how much we're going to have to get into engineering and things like that to really do it, because as I've driven that through there are dozens of mailboxes that are sitting on our right of way that'll have to be moved back. There are driveways that'll have to be addressed. There's one place where I call them guy wires. I don't know what else they are. Where it's a wire coming down and holding the light pole, the electric pole. Must be this far from our pavement where it goes in. I mean, it's terribly dangerous right now, but when we do, and it's right on a corner. So when we go down through there, we're going to have to work with REMC or whoever that is. Is it REMC up there?
We really have both at the park, RMC and NIPSCO. I think NIPSCO is at the sewage treatment plant and RMC is the park. So we have 2, it's weird, but I have 2 electric companies.
Got to work with both of them, huh? Okay. Well, anyway, there's a lot to be done, and we're going to need to have Hunter out there looking it over a lot and helping us figure out how we move from here to the end of this project. do we need to hire an engineer? Do we need, or can your staff handle a project of this type without an engineer?
We could definitely look into that. I know it got brought up when I first kind of came on.
Right.
I was gonna talk to you about it, Bill, a little bit when I first started on, and then everything happened. So, definitely I need to refresh my memory on it, get up there, look at it, and look the right ways, get all that back in my head, and then come up with the game plan on if we need to hire or if we can do it ourselves. Just off the top of my head now, I'm gonna say we should be able to handle it ourselves. We'll have to hire the paving out to widen it, because we don't have a paver, so we'd have to hire that source out. But yeah, I'd have to refresh my memory on the whole thing.
I think the right of way itself is big enough to handle it, but it isn't any too big. I mean, that's one of those little roads that I'm sure somebody started development back in there back in the 20s or 30s and stuck a driveway down through, and the county's kind of picked it up and going on with it, and there isn't an overabundance of right of way, so we have to look at that. Anyway,
Is that on our inventory?
Yeah, that one actually is.
Okay.
but I don't know, we may have to have Ted look it up and find out how many feet that right of way really is. What usually on right of ways, just what it looks like isn't necessarily accurate at all on what it is. So we may have more or less than we think we have there. Remember when we had to find our gravel road books?
Yep.
Figure it.
Don't have a map at the highway department on what the width of it is.
I don't know.
I'm gonna be very honest, I haven't been able to find much on that. We found one packet, but it wasn't the right one, and it's really, quite frankly, been a mess trying to figure that out. We used to have one, I do know that, when Paul Coach was there, we used to have one, and now miraculously, we can't find it anywhere, so I don't know.
Huh.
So it's gonna be starting over and starting from scratch for us.
I don't know, we could pay for a title search to see if they can find any evidence based upon the titles of abutting landowners, you know, what suggests what the width may be. That would be one option. And another option is if there are fences and utility poles, I mean, the utility companies, are there utilities along the road?
Oh,
Okay, well, they're pretty careful about not encroaching on right of way. So contact the utilities to see what their records show the width of the right of way is.
Okay, that would include Twin Lakes Regional Sewer, wouldn't it?
Pardon me?
That would include Twin Lakes Regional Sewer District?
Yeah,
That's the utility that runs down through there?
It is.
yeah.
Probably on the opposite side from the electric poles, isn't it?
I don't know.
Well, those are two sources of getting information on what the width of it is without knowing exactly. There is a procedure called the parent right-of-way in the Indiana code, where you don't have direct evidence of how, when it was laid out. The gravel road records they specified the width of a road when they were gravelled back in the late 1800s. If we don't have those, then you use existing land features and any records you can find from utilities and have a hearing and advertise the hearing and define the parent right-of-way. That gives you the basis for, if that right-of-way is sufficient, I don't know if it's insurable title or not, but you can use that as a basis for determining if you got enough right-of-way. And if you don't think that's enough, then you're probably gonna have to go to get an engineer, surveyor and acquire the additional right-of-way.
Well, so Ted, you would you advise us to first of all look and see if we can squeeze it in there before we go to all these other steps? Or should we start with figuring out what the right of way is?
Well, it would be better to know what it is before you start putting something in. Because if somebody finds, well, it was only, and you're over that line, and roads meander, just like streams do. The center of the road isn't necessarily the center of the right of way. So I think that you're better advised to do some of this other stuff to see if you can ascertain what it really is, what legal
Okay.
is.
Okay, so you may have to put your number two guy on calling utilities and stuff like that. And if you, I know you're both busy right now. If you need me to come over, I'll volunteer to start calling utilities and finding out what they have. They may have maps.
Yep.
So we're on board, Kelly. That's the main thing.
Perfect. I appreciate it. You guys made it happen, so thanks for everything.
Thank you.
Yeah, good luck.
I want to go back to things, they've raised the amount that you can contract, without competitive bidding,
Okay. I'll send them
the
over.
300,000.
300,000.
We can do it by quotes, but we have to have 3 quotes. We have to invite 3 companies known to do that type of work to make quotes on it. If they don't submit to a quote, that's okay, but we probably need to redo this, and not redo it, but try to send out requests for quotes to 2 firms that are known to do that kind of work, whether they want to respond or not. As long as you have evidence that you've requested them to make a quote, you can go with 1 quote,
Okay, well, I wasn't at the council meeting, but the way I understand it, they wanted to have more than just 1 quote. Isn't that right, Beth?
Angie told them they needed 3 quotes.
Pardon me?
Angie told them that you guys need 3 quotes.
Okay.
Um,
Well,
I'm not
we
sure.
have another
You have to invite the 3. The statute requires you to invite 3 contractors that are known to do that type of work.
But I think there's a money limit.
Pardon me?
I think there is a limit on the funding, where you have to do that, but I'm gonna try to find that out.
Okay.
Because we've done it in the past, and we haven't always gotten 3 quotes.
Yeah, well, we've always, we're supposed to invite the 3. I mean, you can do it without having
Yeah, but
3.
what I'm saying is we've not invited.
Well, yeah, we gotta definitely invite 3.
And now this project we're looking at is only $30-some thousand so far.
30,000.
We're not coming close to that 300.
And the only ones I have to report to the state are 50 and above. So that's why I was thinking it was 50,000.
Well, there's all kinds of limits. They've actually made it more flexible. Now, what is the project again? Is it?
Well, it's the project is we have a leaky basement out there at the manor, and so where's the water coming from? Well, it's coming from stopped up gutters
Okay,
and on how
but
they.
it's not a total roof replacement?
No,
Okay.
No, we're just dealing with the gutters and the downspouts.
Okay, there's a statute that says if it's a routine repair maintenance and it's less than $300,000, you can just go out and purchase the services without going through any public bidding.
Okay.
But that may not be the best thing to do. I mean, that's it becomes a matter of policy. Do you want to solicit more than just the one that you've got?
Yeah, we have 1 bid now,
Yeah.
and we have another guy that wants to bid.
Okay, then, I think we've done this before with other things. We replaced the old jail roof, know.
Mhm.
I got the documents pulled up here, how we did it. We did it as a special purchase, like we're doing, but,
They have to be bids too. They can't be quotes, according to
Yeah.
what I've been audited on.
They have to be bids.
They're bids.
if it's
They're not-
routine maintenance, it's not correct. If it's routine maintenance,
That is
under-
not routine.
well, if it's replacing the whole roof, it's not
We're not
routine.
doing the roof. It's the guttering,
Pardon me?
only guttering.
Huh?
We're only doing guttering.
Then it's okay, it's maintenance, you can do it as a purchase. And it's whatever you wanna do, and the purchasing rules allow you to do it by any means that you want to, but I would solicit more than one, I would solicit three quotes from,
So we need one more.
yeah, solicit, we give them a limit, a time limit. The time limit that you can give them when you request quotes is, if you do it in writing, you have to do it at least 7 days before you're gonna receive the quotes. So we need to send them a letter. So we just need the names of 3 contractors that do guttering work and send them this request, and within 3 days, and I can prepare the letter for whoever you want for, I think we did it for the sheriff at the time. We did jail roof. I can do it.
So is
You
that
can
what you guys
authorize-
want to do?
You can authorize the superintendent of the, from the Carroll Manor to do it.
Okay.
Or we can just authorize one member of the Board of Commissioners to sign the solicitation.
Well, I think the first thing you might want to do is say something about this one that you already approved pending council approval.
Yeah.
I think that needs to be corrected or,
Okay, how do we stop that?
What was that?
Well, we already approved one and we sent it to the council for funding.
Okay,
that was at the last meeting.
okay,
So how do we rescind that and start over again? Just by
just,
a vote?
yeah, just vote to ask the council not to act on that until you got an
Well,
addition.
they've already
solicit
stated,
additional quotes.
they've already stated they're not going to.
The council has.
Yes.
At
Okay.
last week's
Well,
meeting.
But I had to
Yeah.
call the person and tell them, hold off.
Yeah,
But I think they should put something in their
yeah,
minutes.
I
that-
agree. That's what they're preparing to do.
So we should rescind our request to the council.
Yeah, to advise the council that you're withholding a request for the funds in order to solicit additional quotes.
Do either of you want to make a
I
motion
think
to
it
this
should go
effect?
to Jeff Watson.
Pardon?
I think it should be to the person that presented your bid. The council's already done their share and said that they
Right.
weren't going to do it anyway. I mean, they didn't give me permission to advertise. But if you're gonna get another couple votes, or votes,
Quotes.
quotes,
You've accepted a quote already?
Mhm.
Then I think you need to notify, yes, the motion needs to notify Jeff that you've got to solicit additional quotes legally.
Okay.
and I just made a phone
Because
call.
there's another section of the code that says any contract that is entered contrary to the statutes is void. In other words, you go ahead and do the work, but he won't get paid for it.
Well, that's not fair to him.
No.
Because you were sitting here, you didn't, one said, did you get another quote? Nobody answered.
Yeah.
We didn't have another quote.
We're used to getting 2 quotes on a lot of things, but public construction, we gotta follow the rules.
So frame a motion for us, Ted.
To notify Jeff Watson, is that what he,
Jeff
Mhm.
Watson is the one that brought the quote in for
whose quote was it?
Clearview.
Clear,
uh,
clear sky or clear view.
To notify,
Sky gutters.
to
or
notify that contractor that they have to solicit additional quotes before they can proceed.
Clear
And-
sky, clear sky seems
Yeah.
to.
And when they don't have to notify them in writing. If you got a number for them, you just call them. We've got to get solicit 2 more quotes.
I have that, but I want you to do a motion.
I'll make a motion that we notify Jeff Watson to let
And that,
Clear Sky Seamless Gutter, that by law we have to solicit more than 1 quote.
Okay, you want to second that?
I'll second.
I got a motion and a second, and I'm not gonna repeat it, just how I said it, so. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, okay.
we
Motion
can do
passed.
another motion to authorize solicitation of 3 quotes for the gutter repair.
Okay,
And who you want to do it? You want to do it so that's for signature of one of you, or do you want to do it where it's signed by the superintendent of the Carroll Manor, or what?
She didn't even know anything about this project.
She didn't know anything
Well, I
about it.
mean, she did after a bit. It was really the Faithful Friends that started it, and then Jeff asked them to
Okay, so
fund.
the motion should
And
be,
he asked them to fund it, not Faithful Friends. I just wanted to get that on there.
so you need to authorize solicitation of quotes from 3 vendors. Do we know 3 vendors?
I'd probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. And since Jeff is in the construction business anyway, he should be the one to contact them. Since he brought it to us.
You need to do it in writing, or we can now do it by phone, fax, and email. So
I think it needs to be in writing.
it should, I mean, the statute says you can now do it by phone, fax, or email, as long as you make a written record of that.
Right. I'll make a motion that we allow Jeff Watson to contact at least 2 more guttering contractors to bring quotes to us,
Or at least 2 more.
or at least 2 more.
Does that give this company a chance to readjust their,
I need to talk.
shouldn't be all 3 be notified? Shouldn't they be notified again?
Pardon me?
Shouldn't they be notified if they want to?
Yeah, they need to be asked the same thing.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So,
Can you write this stuff down? I mean, it's getting so hodgepodge that I don't even know what to write down.
I think that it should come from the board. If it's not gonna come from the private citizen shouldn't be, they can go out and do the legwork for you,
Right.
but we need to, the solicitation should be signed by a county employee or an officer. So I would suggest the motion state that the board request 3 quotes for the gutter repairs, including the one that's already given you a quote.
okay.
Is that good enough?
Say, what did you say? I'm sorry. I was right.
That the board solicit quotations from 3 contractors, including whatever that one is,
Clear Sky.
to do the gutter repairs at Carroll Manor.
Okay.
And I'll do it before the drainage board meeting.
What?
I'll get it done before the drainage board meeting.
Is that your motion, Scott?
Indeed.
Okay,
I'll second.
and you're seconding. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye. Motion passed. Okay, we're up now.
If I may
Sure.
ask, on this project, Kelly, I presume that since you own the building, you will continue to own it. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
No plans to sell it, but if you guys want to put a restriction in there because of the matching funding.
No, I didn't know that Ready grants were available for private ownership. Okay.
Most of them are, most ready grants are, I think all ready grants are for private.
Okay.
Government agency helping private to bring business help tax rolls, help tourism.
Absolutely.
Better place to live. So I think Jason will probably know better. I think all ready grants were for private.
Okay.
projects.
Very good. Very good. Thank you.
Good question though. My wife will like it if I write it, I own it for another 30 years.
Les Kimbrell? Is there a Les Kimbrell on here? On the agenda for only a half hour ago. Let's see. Neighborhood cleanup properties and farm animals. No one here? Yes, go ahead.
I don't see here. He's just a nuisance complaint type situation. Up at Oakdale.
Yeah,
Okay, so,
He doesn't like his neighbor having chickens and all that stuff. It's not a huge issue.
so you're handling it?
Yeah, there's 5 or 6 properties up there that he's got an issue with, and 3 or 4 of them have made changes, so
Okay,
it's going, it's working.
good, good. Okay, so we are ready for, County Attorney Ted.
okay, the first document is a resolution that enables us to use the special purchasing provisions of the Indiana Code to purchase the software for property tax and billing and for payroll and financial software. Otherwise, we need to do it as we did with the CAMA software, which was prepared specifications, put a notice in the newspaper, advertised for bids. We only got 1 bid.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so if you'll take a look at that resolution, you should have in front of you there. It gives the reasons, and these reasons are in there to allow you to do this by directly engaging in interviews and negotiations with just 2 vendors, Xsoft and Lau Associates for that software. And you've already scheduled the interviews for August 3rd starting in the afternoon, and the auditor has contacted both vendors, and both of them are available that afternoon to come in and present, allowing each an hour to present and to so that you can make your selection by interviewing and getting the actual pricing from those 2 vendors. When you do this under the Indiana open door law, where your interviews of commercial prospects and industrial prospects, but this is commercial prospect, can be conducted in executive session, and you can interview them individually and separately. The information that they provide to you is exempt from public disclosure. It's only for the eyes of the governing body, Board of Commissioners, and the affected departments, which are the auditor and the treasurer and the assessor, because the assessor's software has already been awarded to Xsoft. But the assessor has a stake in the software that you're going to be doing for taxes anyway. So the assessor should be involved, not as a decision maker, but to be a participant in the interview process. So the Indiana Code requires, before you solicit an interview with the prospects, you have to make a determination that qualifies it for the special purchase provisions of the Indiana Code, and that's what this resolution does. So, having said that, do you have any questions?
What is CAMA software? CAMA. I mean, I'm looking at,
That's what the software that was awarded, that was it's a whole package of software, different software that are used by assessors in the assessment process. And that was done in December. We did that already. The reason why I've included that in there is because we went through the process of advertising for bids and we only got one. So that's one reason that you can use special purchasing to acquire the other software. So you can go directly to the point of having them make proposals with the numbers.
okay,
And you can select based upon the interviews and the information that you get from interviewing them and so forth, without having to go through that competitive bidding process that we did for the CAMA software.
okay.
The legislature recognizes that if you tried competitive bidding and you only get one or got no bidders, you can go to this means. The other factor that's involved here is software specifically mentioned in the special purchasing statutes as something that you can acquire without having to go through competitive bidding. So it meets two of the criteria of the special purchasing statutes. And the whole purpose of using this in this situation is we're kind of behind the curve on all the other counties that have already selected their vendors. This allows you to go, directly to negotiating with the ones that have shown the interest in providing the software to the county.
CAMA is what the Exxon does.
Okay.
To replacing existing. So, any other questions?
I don't. So, we could move to the ordinance part here of
Yeah,
the,
the resolution, resolution 2026, I think it's 07.
I don't have the resolution itself.
But you passed them out.
I passed them out before.
Yeah, I can't find mine.
Well,
I'm gonna do it.
That's what he sent me over the weekend. Here, I have extras.
there's a copy of it. But this
That
isn't,
doesn't have anything to do with this
this isn't a resolution though, right?
resolution.
Oh, okay.
Did you do one?
no, I remember it, but I don't know if I have it right here in my.
That's what you gave us this morning.
Or no, that's it. Is he right?
I looked at it, it's not there. Not there. Not here. You throw it away.
Oh, we probably done.
So this identifies the two vendors that you are going to do this process with, Exsoft and Lau Associates.
But this doesn't bind us in making a decision,
Not at
correct?
all.
Okay.
This enables you to do it by this method.
It gives us the option to do it, but it doesn't bind us to do
Specifications
it.
I got from one county were 52 pages long. And so we don't have to do that. And the other thing is that other counties have already selected the vendors and Lau and Exsoft, the big, large majority of the counties have one or the other. So you know that other counties are going to these. So this statute permits you to go cut to the chase and get into confidential interviews and get the pricing at the time that you interview them. So you can make a decision rather quickly. You can't make the decision in an executive session. Obviously, you gotta have a special meeting, a regular meeting, and
Right.
and you, so there's two things we need before August the 3rd, in addition to this resolution. The first thing is if there's any specific information that we need we need to hear answers to from both of them. We need to give them those questions, and I'm meeting with Melinda and maybe with Beth after the meeting to identify those. And the second thing we need to be able to give to them in advance of August 3rd is the criteria for the selection. We had selection criteria for the CAMA software, but this software is different, so those criteria may be different. So those two things have to be prepared before August the 3rd. And this resolution authorizes the treasurer and the auditor to do that, because it's going to be their offices that have to deal with it. So they have the knowledge of the software to be able to do that. The second thing that has to be done after the interviews and before you award a contract, it's kind of like the BOT process with BW Construction. You had to give a statement of why you selected one over the other. Price is one of those criteria, but it's not the only one. You do not have to take the lowest bidder for this. It's consideration, and it'll be one of the criteria. But the other things that the treasurer and the auditor want to see in it, those will be the other criteria based upon your interviews and their participation in the interviews that will take place on August 3rd. So there has to be a statement made before you can award the contract to one or the other, of why you picked them, and using the criteria that they will have before you have the meeting with the interviews. So,
Well, if this resolution gives us the option but does not bind us to making a decision, I'll make a motion that we adopt resolution 2026-07.
I will second.
Okay, so I got a motion and a second to accept resolution
2026-07.
2026-07. All in favor of that motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion
sign
passed.
2 copies, please.
Need 2 copies?
Yes, one for the auditor, one for me, and I'll make photocopies for from that.
Do you have enough up there?
Yeah.
We have 2, yeah. And Ted, what about our Hamilton Street bridge weight?
That's ordinance number 2026-08 that you should have.
Do we need this read?
Yes, you'll need to do it to be effective. In order to be effective today, you'll need to go through the procedure of reading it by title and then considering it on the same day as its introduction, and then you can adopt it. I would like to point out there's a correction that needs to be made, and that is in the first page, almost 5 lines from the bottom of the first page, or 4 lines. It says it is ordained by the Board of Commissioners of Carroll County, Indiana. It says as that should be the word follows, and I will correct that, and we'll print a new first page so that,
We have
That's-
another one up here in the title.
pardon me?
In the title, there's a misspelled word too.
You got too many S's,
Yeah,
too many S's.
I was going to just fix it, but
Yeah,
I'll let you.
Oh, yeah, Bruce.
yeah, I put this together pretty quickly.
What's the other one?
Would you put?
In Hamilton, West Hamilton Street, second
Oh, well,
paragraph.
yeah.
What's that?
On the west,
What's the other
800
one?
West,
yeah, there should be a.
800 West what?
First line, you'll see it when you look at it. See it? Shouldn't be a slash there. Unless you're saying two different routes, you might be.
I don't see.
Okay, it didn't matter then. So you want me to read it by title or?
Need a
Yes,
motion.
please.
Need a motion to do that.
I'll make a motion that we have the auditor read ordinance -2026 -08 by title only.
Ordinance number 2026
Need to vote on that.
Yeah.
We have
I'll
a
second.
second. Now, all in favor? of that
Aye.
motion? Are you aye and aye?
Aye.
No.
Motion passed. Now,
Ordinance 2026-08 of an ordinance of the Board of Commissioners of Carroll County limiting the gross weight of vehicles on the bridge of Carroll County or County Road 800 West crossing Deer Creek.
now what's the next step, Ted?
To consider ordinance 2026-08 on the same day as its introduction.
I'll make a motion that we consider ordinance 2026-08 on the same day of the first reading.
I'll second.
Okay, so I have a motion and a second to consider ordinance 2026-08 on the same day. All in favor of that motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. We're considering now, guys.
Yep.
Now you can move to adopt.
I'll move to adopt the ordinance 2026-08.
I'll second.
Okay, so I have a motion and a second to adopt ordinance number 2026-08. All in favor of that motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We have adopted. Motion passed.
Did anybody find the number of this bridge?
Of what?
Did you happen to look for the number of this bridge?
No.
Beth, as soon as I get back to the office, I can email it to you, that ain't too late.
Yeah, that'd be great. I think that should probably be in the
Yeah,
minutes.
I had it, but now I can't.
It's okay.
I have a question for Hunter. Who notifies the Department of Transportation? How does that get entered on their system?
So I called our bridge inspector and let him know that you guys have changed it. I told him when you guys went through with it, and he said he was gonna be putting it in the system and submitting everything, so it'll all go through.
Good.
I've got a question. At the last meeting, we read something on the first reading. What was that?
It was for the redevelop, area plan.
Okay, and that's what we're addressing
It was for what?
next.
Area plan.
Yeah.
I remember doing it. I could not recall what it was.
Okay, Mike, you're up now.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Mike Martin, Carroll County Area Plan. You guys,
took some time to consider my proposal to allow for 3 to 5 lot parcelization. I'm just here to see what you guys decided and answer any questions on that.
What's the opinion of the board?
I'm in favor of the resolution that we read. I think it'll make things a lot cleaner, simpler, and easier for folks in Carroll County to build and utilize property more efficiently.
What do you think,
That
Rob?
makes sense.
Yeah, it's long overdue. It's definitely going to help things out. It's going to make it easier for folks to develop property the way they see fit.
I'll second. Did you make a motion?
I'll make the motion that, do we need second reading?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll make a motion that we have the auditor read resolution,
We already did that.
second reading,
Oh, the second reading.
2026-074, second reading.
Ordinance number.
Wait, hold up. We gotta have a second and a vote.
Here we go.
So I didn't put that as a first reading in that last one. Did I?
You get a second as well.
This is a second reading.
He made the motion.
Yeah,
Yeah, I will second. I wanted to find it.
okay.
Found it, yeah.
I can just write it in.
Okay.
Okay, I have a motion and a second to have Beth read by title only. Ordinance. Go ahead, Beth, please.
We need to vote?
Oh, yeah. All in favor of the motion, say aye. I'm getting
Aye.
tangled here.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, okay. Please, Beth.
Okay, ordinance number 2026-07, an ordinance amending the zoning ordinance of Carroll County, Indiana. Second reading.
Okay, now we need a motion, Ted, to consider it.
Nope.
That's what we just did, huh?
Yeah, we considered it after the first reading.
All right.
I'll make a motion that we adopt resolution 2026-07.
I'll second.
Okay, so I have a motion and a second to adopt ordinance number 2026-07. All in favor of that motion, please say aye.
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 Aye, motion passed. You have ones to sign there?
Do you guys have this one is the right one. Does it have
It's been changed a little bit.
the signature page?
Okay.
You just do this one, I can get a copy for him.
So we just need to sign these.
I didn't copy this one.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I'll copy it and get it to you.
Okay. I got one more thing I was wanting to bring up, if you guys don't mind. I didn't get time to put it on the agenda. Late last week, I got a phone call about a property that was proposed to be rezoned outside of Camden. It's I guess it'd be northeast side of Camden, like 89 acres. It was J&T Farms. It went through everything that involves to get rezoned, and it's listed for sale as rezoned to I-2. So I went through and looked through, we had a whole packet here where it went through everything of the APC. Was approved by us, was brought to you guys back in 2022. There was discussions about it, but it got tabled and never got brought back before you. You know, it got lost in the shuffle. There was like 2 or 3 other different rezones happening at the same time. They're around Anderson's, the Andersons there on 218. All that ground got rezoned for industrial development. And then this 89 acres outside of Camden. As far as everybody knows in the public's eye, it's been rezoned to I2. But the sheet with the recommendation, I was unable to find it.
Neither was I.
So we looked everywhere. There's just a little bit of a formality with this sheet. I wanted to make you guys aware of it. So I'm fine with going back to the APC with it and double checking everything on our end, you know, but I may need some signatures from you guys, just basically okaying it. I checked everything, all the minutes and everything. And everyone involved seems to think that it was approved. You guys signed off on it. Maybe, because I found 2 of these forms but it was for one property. So they're all coming through around at the same time. So I'm thinking there was a duplicate and it read almost exactly the same, except it was a different property. Just wanted to bring it up to you guys' attention. It doesn't have the signature from the area plan president either yet. So I'm gonna bring it back to my guys and we'll discuss it. And as long as everybody's okay. Like I said, I went through all the minutes of all the meetings for the APC. It was all recommended to bring before you guys. As far as Cameron knows, you guys signed off on it. As far as the property owner knows, you guys signed off on it. We're just missing this signed form. So for legal purposes on that end, I don't
What are
know.
the commissioners' minutes?
We did, that's what the minutes you did look at.
Yeah, it's like it was heard and it was discussed and it was all favorable decision, but this just never got signed for whatever reason.
And I looked in the files that we have, where
Yeah.
we put all those, we didn't see anything.
There's only one other thing I need to check on my end is if this would have been signed to change it on Beacon, it would have had to have went to Lauren Duff when she was out all last week. So I just wanted to bring it to your attention. It's just kind of like something fell through the cracks there.
Was that the Kirkhoff Coons?
No, Kirkhoff's, that all happened at the same time. Kirkhoff's was over by the Andersons. This is behind this seed plant there in Camden. But like they were all in the same APC meeting and even the same commissioners meeting. I think this one got tabled because they were waiting on someone else's opinion, which I think it came through and then it just got forgotten. But as far as everybody knows that was involved, it was already rezoned. We're just missing this form. It's just, you know, where it's the favorable recommendation from the APC, and then it comes to you guys for signatures. So.
Get your president to sign it and bring it back to us.
Okay, all right, thanks, guys, appreciate it. Oh, also, I put in the Journal and Courier legal notice for the moratorium for the data centers. So that'll be coming up. We're going to do the moratorium for the data centers.
Data centers. Okay.
Yeah, so the legal notice was in the paper on Sunday. It gives us the 10 days prior to our meeting. So, and Cindy's working on all that stuff. So hopefully we'll be able to vote on that and bring that back for you the next commissioners meeting.
Good.
Okay?
Good.
All right, thanks.
Thanks,
Thank
Mike.
you. Okay, we're down to appointment of new IT personnel for 2027. We did the interviews. Now it's time to publicly make a decision. Anyone make a motion, want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion that we go with Sound Advice based out of Lafayette.
And I will second that.
You'll second, okay? I have a motion and a second that we go with, that we engage Sound Advice for our IT needs. All in favor of that motion, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passed. We need to ratify decision on Carroll County benefit renewal report.
I've got a report for that. We were presented last Monday from Shauna Schwegman, the insurance updates and of course cost increases. It appears that the cost increase of renewal was about 10.2%. We made a decision to move the specific deduction from $45,000 to $50,000 and moving the $20,000 aggregate to $30,000. The projected savings through their drug program is about 52%. The county will save an additional $3,000 for a total of $55,000 savings in pharmacy needs. So by moving from a $45,000 deductible to a $50,000 deductible, we were able to save quite a bit. And then with the pharmacy part of the purveyor of the plan, it's going to be another $3,000 savings. So the only thing that did go up is the dental program, and just slightly, like $2 a month. And I doubt that anybody will really notice $2 a month. But Lauren and I sat through that and thought they did a really good job. So we just need to ratify, I guess, those decisions.
So is the raising of the deduction, is that good for our employees?
It's not really affecting them.
Right.
It's affecting the county.
Yeah.
That we're raising our part of our max.
Right.
Okay.
And we've got plenty of money already, since we're self-funded. We've got plenty of money already in there, and with what we projected, we'll be giving, depositing into that account this year, or next year, I guess. We were satisfied with everything being. Mm-hmm. Yep.
They suggested moving up the total amount for each employee, but we kind of talked them out of it.
Yeah.
So, because budgets were already coming in and they hadn't got to us before that, so it's gonna be staying at 11,000. Next year, it'll probably go up to 12,000.
Okay, so do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion that we ratify the decisions that were made last Monday with our health insurance provider.
I'll second.
Okay, so I have a motion and a second to ratify the decisions that were come to last month. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed. Is there anything else?
I would just say with the cost, everybody knows that the cost of everything is going up rather substantially. And for us to maintain costs, you know, with, like I said, the only increase the employees are gonna see is, anybody involved with the dental program is about $2 a month, which is virtually nothing. I was pretty happy with the outcome.
Right, we're not changing any of the rates for the
Right.
employees,
Right.
or only maybe the dental.
Yep.
And there's not that many that have the dental. I do have one thing.
Yes.
I forgot with the Carroll Manor was the monthly report for, as of today. The current fund balance for 4,900, the regular fund is $57,737.59. And the donation fund is 4,057. So we're still in the black.
Not better than it's been a lot of times.
Yeah.
But that really helped for you guys to help them out through your budget on the donation, and it's pretty nice.
Sometime I would like to request from you, Beth, to give me the total amount we have in reserve for edit,
Okay.
whenever you have an opportunity. Is there anything else to come before the board? Yes, sir.
I'd like to just bring back up, just so make sure everything's good to go and we're cleared. Never still really got a straight answer. I didn't want it to seem like I've been dragging my feet on getting signs put up for the golf cart. So I just want to bring that up because I feel like that's been, sorry.
I think it was tabled too.
It was, okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah, it got tabled because you guys are gonna figure out something. So I just didn't want to get it backlash on my end that I didn't get signs put up. So I just want to kind of touch base on that and see where we are on that. I mean, I know it's illegal now. I didn't know that, but now I know it's illegal for them to be on the roads. Is that something we are going to sign? I got a couple just things I'd like to hit on if we are going to sign it. I feel like we need to sign it all over the county.
It's state law.
Yeah, I know it's law. That's what I was saying. But if we're going to sign it instead of just one area, I feel like we need to sign it in everywhere.
Right.
That being said, I mean, that's going to cost a lot out of my budget. I can get it additional. I'm gonna have to go ask additional because you're looking for the posts and sign everything about $75 a sign. So that's something, I just want to bring it up. That way, I didn't put it on back burner. I haven't put signs up. If we want signs up, I'll put signs up. You guys told me to put signs up.
What's the decision of the board?
Well, I mean, from what I know, that's the concentration up there.
Yeah.
I mean, you might see one out here on the county road. I don't. I see more of the UTVs out there than ATVs. And they're tagged, or should be tagged. Up in that area where the concentration, there's things going on up there and young kids driving by foot. So I think that's the concentration to start out with.
Can I say
You don't have to
something?
post them all over. They can be posted as you enter each, where the population is on the main road.
Okay. Can I say something, not superintendent, just as a citizen of the county?
Say something about what?
Not being the superintendent, can I say something about just being public of the county? Just for my opinion, this is mine only. I feel like, I know last time Ted said you guys could pass something where golf carts could be on and you could put stipulations on them, just like UTVs. I was wanting to kind of bring that up. I feel like if golf carts can be on there, you guys can make something where they can be on there, but they have to have turn signals, lights, and be tagged. And it's still, the law still states there can't be kids on them, driving them on the roads. The cops can still do something to that and allow golf carts. Just my opinion. I mean, I got a golf cart, so I do go everywhere. I go to Cutler a lot for the shop small, even though now I just found out it is illegal, but I go everywhere. And I know there's a lot of people like Oakdale that likes going up to Eaton on their golf cart and stuff. I mean, I think it's going to affect a lot of the public for that. I feel like they should still follow the law, just like anybody on a UTV has to follow the law or anything like that. I feel like they should still have to have lights and turn signals, whatever. But I just feel like
just as a public person that.
I have a question to follow his. How does Camden and Flora and all them get by with that then?
They get tagged. So like I'm in Flora and you can get a tag and I don't know what it is now. It's like $50 for 4 years or something. And you have to have a strobe, you have to have turn signals, you have to have working lights. And I'm tagged. And I know like Flora, so the main road coming into Flora and Park Road and all that, it's Flora, but then it turns to the county and stuff. So that was just my concern is, it says if we do make it, golf carts, it's gonna make it kind of difficult for some people. That's just my concern.
You have an opinion, Scott, on this?
Well, I think in some of the White Oaks as a perfect example, up around the lakes, up around Oakdale, up around White Oaks, around Sportsman, and, where the boat is, I think they get utilized a lot, and I don't have an issue with them being in those areas at all. And once again, as long as they're paying attention to the law, I think we should allow them in certain ports. Yeah.
Well, if you Google it, because as we all know, there are golf carts out there in certain areas. It does say that generally in Indiana, it is illegal to operate golf carts on county roads, but specific unless you make an ordinance with an exception. But the driver must be 16, they have to be equipped with special features, but it is restricted to roads with speed limits of 30 to 35 miles per hour, which would cover like Horseshoe Bend, Council Bend, White Oaks. I think that's how they get around it, if you put those restrictions.
The speed limit
It's not a
restriction.
county road, it's 50 mile an hour, no, you can't do it.
Right.
But you could write an ordinance that says it is allowable when on roads that are speed limits 30 to 35 miles.
Less than XYZ.
Yeah.
I think as I understand what you're saying, I agree with it. I don't want to, I would rather we come up with an ordinance that allows it rather than put up signs that say we disallow it. So, at this point, gentlemen, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna look into having Ted write an ordinance that allows it? And like Melinda says, in areas where it's 30 mile an hour or less, we need to have this discussion. I don't know if we have to have it today or not, but the question is, should we put up any signs? And my opinion is no.
Yeah, I don't know that it's a necessity as long as we have an ordinance with a speed limitation that allows them. I don't know that we need signs per se.
So we're just gonna leave it like that?
So you're asking about putting up the
What do you
no.
think, Lauren?
Well, they're a motorized vehicle. I have a problem if I have a fishing boat, and you got a pontoon or a boat or something, you gotta get it registered and pay your annual fee on those. If you have a fishing boat, you gotta register it, but, well, you don't have to register if you don't have a motor. You have to have one if it's a trolling motor, a battery powered motor, it has to be registered, pay the fee. Why are these things on our roads and not paying fees? Anything motorized, you gotta have, if it's in the water, it's motorized, you gotta have registered.
Yep. Let's,
From the state side, but not from the county side.
Like you put it in public water, that's under some jurisdiction there.
I just wanted to bring it up. I just wanted to make sure you guys know I didn't forget about it or I didn't not do it. And I just wanted to get it discussed and brought up. We can wait till next meeting or whatever. I just wanted to let you know that, if you say put them up, I'll do it. But I just wanted to give that opinion out there, so.
What about if we all think about it and we put it on the agenda for next
I think that.
next meeting? All right, Lauren?
Yep.
Beth, can you put that on the agenda for next meeting of discussion of golf carts on county roads or certain county roads or however we want to
I'm
do it?
just gonna put discussion of golf carts.
Okay. Anything else to come before the commissioners? Back,
I'm just needing some guidance. We had our checking account, we had a gentleman, it's called washing a check. So they removed the person that it was made out to and put their own name on it. So our bank, my bank, considers that our account has been compromised. So they have forced me to go to Positive Pay, which is a service that costs $30 a month. I've explained to them that this isn't my money, so I don't know how I'm to pay that. Because like if it's a bounce check or return check, they credit those funds back. They won't credit this back.
Who you're banking with?
First Financial.
Okay, well, we have, the treasurer has Positive Pay. She doesn't have to pay a fee. So I would go that route and talk to Melinda and see what you,
Okay, well, I just found this out this morning that they're not going to refund that. So I sent a follow-up email that said, unfortunately, if that's the case, I will be pulling my $500,000 account from you. So the only other issue would be I just ordered a bunch of checks. So if I'm changing banks, is there a way that I can get some assistance to purchase new checks? Because I spent, I think, $3,000 on checks.
again, you need to talk to whoever you're going to and see if they will replace those checks, because we did that when we had a problem with a certain bank, and I think it might be the same bank. But she was going to change, and I said, I've already ordered checks.
Right.
And so the bank that we were going back to, I think it was, purchased those checks for us.
Okay.
That's a substantial amount of
I
money.
will say, though, that I did file a police report, and our wonderful, well, I think he's now a detective. I'm not sure what his title is now, but Mr. Catron has located the individual, and we have a meeting this week to discuss prosecution. So.
We'll ask for restitution. That way you can get your money back.
Oh, I never thought about that.
yes.
Good morning. I think with the fiber optic install has brought up a lot of questions concerning individual property rights and issues with the county. And I was hoping that we could at some point discuss maybe changing some of our permitting for those issues, whether it's utilities of any kind. I've talked to Ted a little bit, and in order, currently we really don't have any teeth in our permits to when they're working in the right of way and they do damage, that we have them fix that, fix those issues. So I was hoping that we could have Ted, Mike, area plan, and Hunter from the highway get together so that we can maybe strengthen our permitting process. And if that was something that you would entertain.
I want to ask something. Showing myself, but years ago, all those permits used to have to come before the commissioners to get approved if they were going to cut on the road or the ditches. Do they have to put up a performance bond, a certificate of a,
Yeah,
well,
They
if that's
do.
the case,
Not-
then you got that to go back on.
right.
Well, the problem is especially with drainage issues, we aren't finding them for a period of time until, in some cases, until after the bond is already expired.
Yeah, we've had discussion about requiring like a 5 or 6 year bond because it may not become available or noticeable until we get, I hate to say 100-year rain or get a substantial rain where you've got a tile that's cut.
Well, and then we also have private tiles that have been cut, and we really don't have any leverage other than unless it provides a hazard to the public for us to go back in the county to fix it and then go back on the contractor.
Well, Ted,
But
if I recall correctly, the bond that they put up only covers county-owned property.
right.
They have a contractor's liability insurance that covers private property. So the private property owner can go to the contractor's liability clause or insurance and get covered, if I understand correctly.
So do we need somewhere on the permit form, the limit of their liability for private? I mean, should we have that
Possibly.
in there to help the
Possibly, or
public?
at least know who is doing the work. It may be
Right.
TDS.
Well, that's another part of
Maybe
the equation.
TDS putting in
Yeah.
the fiber, but this company's actually plowing it in. So
Two or three
Yeah.
companies
2 or 3
removed.
different companies, yeah. They're plowing it in this week, but this company's plowed in next
Right.
week on the same permit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
I agree
I
with all
just-
those points. The broadband ordinance that we adopted wiped all that out,
Right.
and so we're back to normal.
But didn't we change that
Yeah,
like
we're going-
just a
I
couple
mean-
meetings ago?
Yeah, I mean, that we repealed that, so that's no
Right.
longer in effect.
Right.
But we still need to gather the information, and extend the bond period, where it's appropriate,
Mhm.
If they're making a road cut and they're not gonna be crossing potentially any tiles, I don't see that it needs to be a long-term, bond, I think it depends on the circumstances of each case, but I agree with Bob. We need some input here, or come up with some ideas and put it in the form of an ordinance that goes to the commissioners adopt.
Well, we're kind of shutting the barn doors after the cows are already out.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
we opened the door, yeah.
We're learning.
it's true.
In order to get
It's
broadband,
true.
we opened the door wide.
Yeah, yeah.
They took advantage.
We scared them out of the pen.
I think, Scott brought up, I think it's really important to know who's on the ground doing the work.
Mhm.
We have to have a name.
Yep.
We had a new crew come out, this has been a couple months, 3 months ago or whatever, a long time ago, come out and we didn't recognize them. We live in a very secluded area. And so my husband just stopped and said, well, who are you with now? He goes, oh, we're with so-and-so because they got fired and we're just starting in. I'm thinking, okay, so that's why you're using the same casings and same.
Right.
It's nuts. I don't think they even know who they're working for.
All right.
So I would request that the three of us correspond with Ted and exchange emails, and that maybe in the next meeting or two, come up with, some suggestions, and then under your direction, we'll know where to go.
Should this be done in an open meeting at the next meeting, or?
Yeah, I think it should.
Okay, we could ask Beth if she would put that on the agenda for a discussion at the next meeting.
Thank you.
Okay. Is there anything else come to before the board?
What do you want to call that? What kind of meeting?
I'd entertain a motion.
I'll move we adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Me too. We're done.
Did you get the email with the survey?
Yes. Did it look okay? I haven't looked at it.
Yes. I didn't look at the legal description because it was really, really tiny.
We're outside, I think.
Really, really tiny.
Oh, my gosh.
But this printed out better than it looked on the screen.
Oh, yeah.
Gorgeous.
It looks like.
Isn't that something?
Oh, my gosh.
To accommodate.
Especially if you think about how jumpy that
I
building
see,
is now.
yeah. That's good, good catch.
Thank you for the
And then
opportunity.
maybe aligned it.
Well, you are quite welcome. Thank
If you need
you.
us in the future,
So I think this is probably what we
We'll
want.
do that.
Okay.
oh, I appreciate, good luck with
I
that.
think what we're
Thank you.
looking at is equipping the county to the town for this thing, and then the 99-year lease from.
Back when I was in grade school, up to, I don't think.
Yeah, Roost.
I
think so. I'm knee deep in everything else right now, but,